the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings. Look at Indiana. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away.
And right now for the Pacers, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
You know, maybe they'd like to forget it, but there are some lessons to take from it as well. I mean, the mistakes they've made this year can't be repeated if they want to get a taste of the postseason anytime soon.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Rain Man is out there with Jackson. Then there's Slim. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Brogdon in at the point. And for the Grizzlies, Brooks at the 3 with Jackson at the 4. Then there's John Morant. And it's Tillman in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. In the corner, it's Brogdon. 5 to shoot. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Tillman, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Now here's Jackson playing Brooklyn. He was nearly unstoppable, and that's an intentional foul. And as the regular season winds toward the playoffs, Greg, for those teams in the upper half of the standings, how much are they looking at the seeding and their possible opponents?
Well, I don't think most would admit it, but it's human nature to think ahead, trying to map out that route and looking at how it breaks down in the bracket.
Stolen by Brooks. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Morant outside. Down low, here's Bain. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists tonight. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Here's Tillman. Basket, good. Tillman's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Passes it to Raymond. Now the pass to Reese. Looking to end the run. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Brooks. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Here is Slim. Brooks covering. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Indiana shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
And he ends up missing both free throws. And back in the day, Greg, Allen Iverson got criticized for devaluing practice. Now we've got healthy players sitting out of games. Has load management gone too far, you think?
Not a practice, but a game. We got guys missing games, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. But honestly, I'm really all for load management in this regard. If I owned a team and I had to invest $200 million in a player, I want to do everything I can to prolong my investment. And the reality is we've got our stars playing at unprecedented levels at higher levels later in their career. So I'm all for doing what we can to prolong the careers of our very best players.
Here's Brooks. Jackson trying to break free. Brooks misses. Pacers trail by 9. Here's Rain Man. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. That's on Jaren Jackson. The Pacers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And so he hits both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
The loudest section gets
Here now a very select group of players in the NBA. Big men who can step away from the bucket and hit the three. But take a look at Turner. He's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, the Rain Man, a little bit down the ladder.
And, you know, there was a time in the league when you wouldn't see a group of big guys like this, but the game has evolved. Versatility now is why we see so many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
And these guys are really incredible. I mean, on one trip, they give you points in the paint. On the next trip, they give you points behind the arc. Boy, talk about range and versatility in spades. You got it.
Throws down the alley slam.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
Jackson trying to break free. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Pacers have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. From deep. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. And was maybe a step out of his range.
Here's Tillman. His last outing, he had 8 points. Count the basket. Morant's got his second bucket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. And coming out of high school, John Morant said he was a no-star recruit. One reason he may have been overlooked was his small-town upbringing, growing up in Dalzell, South Carolina.
And even though he played on an AAU team with Zion Williams, those scouts, Greg, were looking right past John Morant.
And didn't get a lot of offers at first. After 2 years at Murray State, he joined Steph Curry and Damian Lillard as another star point guard out of a mid-major program. And to this day, he carries that underdog chip on his shoulders.
Here's Rain Man. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game. Now the Grizzlies with it. They're on a 19-6 run. And it's denied. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
And here's a look at the stats for Slim. Since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable. First in assists, second in scoring, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Pacers trail by 11. Halliburton passes to Rain. Morant comes with the double team. Launches it. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 5.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
There's the drive. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
The explosiveness on the drive. Morant just attacks the D with aggression.
At the line for 2.
He's off on the second. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Reese. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Memphis shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And so here is Indiana. After the miss from Kyle Anderson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And really,